Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope that you're all doing fantastic and that you're all having an absolutely amazing day. As always, leaving a like, leaving a comment, or subscribing. All of these things help out the channel more than you could possibly begin to imagine. I do appreciate when you leave a like. Welcome back to another News I Missed, where I go over news I missed. There's a lot happening in the cryptocurrency space at all times. It's really quite fascinating that there's never really a dull day. And I'm not sure how any of us haven't completely lost our minds already dealing with this market. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. After Bitcoin recently pushed through the $40,000 mark, it has continued its multi-day rally upward. There's been a substantial outflow of the popular digital asset from various crypto exchanges in a matter of 15 days. Around 61,000 Bitcoin has been taken off of exchanges, according to the chart by the on-chain analytics firm Glassnode, shared by Bitcoin Archive on the 22nd of March. There's the chart right there. Based on the price of Bitcoin at this time, the amount that left exchanges in 2 weeks is roughly around 2.6 billion US dollars. Specifically, the amount of Bitcoin on these exchanges 15 days prior to the time of publication was around 2.57 million BTC, while at press time, the exchange wallets held around 2.51 million Bitcoin. And it says 15,000 Bitcoin taken off of exchanges in 24 hours. We are witnessing something absolutely phenomenal. And it's still really weird to me that only a fraction of people in the cryptocurrency space are actually paying any attention to this. So the news is, once again, every single day, more and more Bitcoin continues to leave crypto exchanges. The chart is right here. I tried to make it a bit larger, a lot larger, so you can actually see what's going on. I'm going to assume, since we keep seeing this dramatic drop in the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges, by the time we get to July, which is when I'm predicting, I'm not a psychic, so I don't know for sure. However, it seems like a lot of stuff is trying to kick off around the July region. As far as Ethereum's upgrade, Hoskinson talking about big months in the summertime for Cardano. The ending of the XRP, Ripple, whatchamajaggers, lawsuit, and all this other stuff. I feel like something big is going to be happening this summer. And I mean, realistically, if we can talk about it, if you have that much Bitcoin being taken off of a cryptocurrency exchange in 2 weeks, you know. So anyway, the news is whales are continuing to accumulate the #1 cryptocurrency more and more, while, you know, you got a good, 7 billion something people on the planet who are not even into the market yet. So imagine when they try to get into the market and they go, uh-oh, there's no more Bitcoin left, because rich people have been buying it continuously for the last couple of years. That's the Bitcoin news. And yeah, let's move on. Also this was actually really popular news. The government of El Salvador has recently decided to postpone the issue of its Bitcoin-backed bond due to the unfavorable market conditions fueled by, literally everything at this point. El Salvador's volcano bond will not go live in March, as the Salvadorian government previously had stated. Finance Minister Alejandro Zelaya said in an interview with a local TV channel. Zelaya claimed that the delay was due to the volatile prices of Bitcoin fueled by the crisis. He added that the government of El Salvador decided to wait for favorable conditions in the financial market, expecting September at... Geez, do you think this is going to go on until September? Ooh, expecting September at the latest, stating, "Now is not the time to issue the bond. In May or June, the market variants are a little different. At the latest in September. After September, if you go out of the international market, it is difficult to raise capital." So this made popular news because, as the only official country who has listed, issued, uses Bitcoin as a form of legal tender, A lot of people were expecting this bond to be like, a money-raising phenomenon, extravaganza, billions of dollars being thrown into their economy for this bond. But alas, it's not going to be taking place anytime soon. I'm not sure if you've been, and I don't care to really even dwell on it or talk about it too much. If you've been seeing any of the El Salvador crypto news in the last, literally 7 days, it's a little rough. The U.S. government is trying to do something against them. The president of El Salvador is going on Twitter and ranting and screaming at them. The IMF is talking down to them. It's just all these really weird things. And then they can't issue the bond, which is kind of like and I'm air quoting here, like a win for the IMF and the U.S. who didn't want them to do it in the first place. And it's kind of all over the place. So that's the El Salvador news. Very popular news. It says at least until September. Assumption if the market goes insane by June, July, well, they're going to launch it then. That's the El Salvador news. And yeah, let's move on. In one of the more popular news stories of the last couple of days, the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, of Thailand has announced a ban on the use of cryptocurrencies as a mode of payment. According to the news, on the 23rd of March, it will be illegal to pay for goods and services with the help of crypto starting on the 1st of April. In addition, the regulator says that such a means of payment threatens the stability of the payment system in the country, which is already highly efficient, which is also a complete lie. We've seen a number of countries banning crypto as a form of payment. This is not a complete ban, to let you all know that for certain. This was thrown around as they've banned crypto. This is similar to what Russia has done, many other places are doing. If you have a very fragile currency, you as a government will not benefit too much if people go, hey, that currency is stronger. Let me use that as a form of payment. So what it is, as far as I can tell from reading through all of this, you will still be able to buy, sell, trade, hold, day trade, yada, yada, yada with crypto, but you cannot use it as legal tender, i.e. going to the store to buy some potato chips or whatever people are buying in the store nowadays. But this, I think, not that it terrified a lot of people, but I'm glad that the market didn't react in a fearful way like I thought that it was going to. It's even weird that their SEC has that much power over saying not even that something is a security or a commodity, but more so no, it's banned. You just cannot. Is the SEC a part of their central bank or something like that? Because that seems like a slight bit of an overreach. So cool. As we see world economies continue to decline, as we see paper currencies continue to inflate and lose large amounts of their value, we are going to continue to see other countries who do this over and over and over simply because they need or are trying to figure out a way to get people out of the market, never into the market, and to simply have faith and trust in the old system that has made them absolutely wealthy and has left everyone else behind. So yeah. This was super popular. It was all over the place. Once again, as far as I can tell, this just seems like it is for actual paying for things and not an actual ban, a complete blanket ban. Many other countries have done this as well, what have you. So that's the Thailand news. Cool. I mean, if anything, planes and boats exist so people can just kind of go to another country if they don't find this too favorable. And yeah, let's move on. Next up, on the 21st of March, Terra creator Do Kwon spoke about Terra's purchase of billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, also questioned why Bitcoin's reserves were a priority for the project. This is written terribly. Jeez Louise. Bitcoin is the only hard reserve currency or asset that has been proven out of the digital currencies. It's very difficult for someone in crypto. I should have chosen a completely different article than this. So for those of you who don't remember, about a good 7 days ago, more or less, roughly somewhere around there. The people from Terra, as far as I can tell, is it Luna? I believe this is Terra Luna. Announced that they wanted to acquire $10 billion worth of Bitcoin as their reserve asset for their stablecoin. I think it was called UST. I think that's what it was. And the news is that they've acquired now $125 million worth of Bitcoin of the 10 billion that they completely want to purchase. It's weird that it started in that way. Anyway, I should have chosen another article. So the news is, once again, one company, is trying to acquire $10 billion worth of Bitcoin, and they have now acquired $125 million worth of what they were trying to get. So, just throwing some hints out there with a little bit of logic, because they're not the only company doing it. Yeah, wow, that's amazing. $125 million. I mean, that's basically like pennies, right? Because, $125 million isn't a huge amount of money. Like, you can't change the world with that money. That's all sarcasm, by the way. So, yeah, good job, Terra. I assume we are going to continue to get more news as the weeks roll on of another $85 million purchase, $222 million purchase, probably sometime around, I say May or June. They're going to maybe issue debt against themselves, as many other companies have done, and try and raise around $2 billion to be able to buy more Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price will go up. The amount of cryptocurrency exchanges will continue to decrease. Just all the stuff that's been happening. That's the Terra news. Yeah. Let's move on. And to finish things off, Wall Street investment bank Cohen Inc. has debuted a new digital asset unit that will be offering spot Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading to institutional investors, because it's always the rich people first. The firm leveraged its small footprints to become or front runner its bigger The firm leveraged its small footprint to front run its bigger competitors. There we go. As the finance hub seeks to embrace the burgeoning asset class's spot markets. Goldman Sachs executed its first over-the-counter Bitcoin option trading last week, trying to plug into derivatives-based offerings as uncertainties and complexities around spot products hold back developments. They said, "We have a big first mover advantage in this space." This was said by the president. "Because of our culture, we're able to work with our legal and compliance and our regulators in a way that maybe our bigger competitors aren't, and we're just able to get the two solutions faster." How? I assume I don't know Cohen Bank myself, but I assume they are not as big as Goldman Sachs or any of the other, like JP Morgan. So maybe they're just patting themselves on the back because maybe they put in the paperwork years before. Cohen's new business unit will mainly target the bank's hedge fund, mutual fund, and family office clients, per the report. Assets purchased by these institutions will be held under the custody of institutional-grade platform Standard Custody and Trust Co. So, it also says it is unclear whether clients will be able to withdraw any Bitcoin they purchase. That is a gigantic question mark, because I told you all before, all the banks, I believe, are buying up physical Bitcoin, but a lot of the products that they keep offering their clients, they're all the people who they're working with, always generally seems to be some type of a piece of paper with the letters BTC and then IOU under it. So cool. Banks, of course, continue to jump into the cryptocurrency space. They know exactly what's going on. A lot of them feel as if they have been left behind simply because they made fun of the space for so long, and now they're desperately trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as they can because there's a very finite amount, and the other companies are also accumulating it as well. So cool. Let's see exactly where this ends up going. We normally get, it's not like Schadenfreude, but it's like if they didn't do well, here's news that they didn't do well news at some point in the future. So if this works out for them, we're going to get some type of news. They've made billions, blah, blah, blah. If it didn't work out for them, we're also going to get articles basically stating, well, they shouldn't have gotten to Bitcoin in the first place. That's the Wall Street Bank Cohen. That is Cowen. It's going to offer spot Bitcoin trading. Really? And explain this to me if you have a legitimate answer. I feel like if you want to trade Bitcoin, you can already do that on like 5 major cryptocurrency exchanges. Is it that you feel more comfortable trading it within your bank because you bank with them? But wouldn't you want to actually have the actual asset itself as opposed to trading something that's not it, and you receive back US dollars in the form of, 7-8% inflation? Maybe it's just me. Alrighty, that's the Wall Street news. Let's move on. Yeah, I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day. Look at that wall. Great, geez Louise. I love them like flying, like passing the whole line as well. A great day, great morning, great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are. This is long. Wherever you are, wherever you might be, I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Geez Louise. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, and or support. This keeps going. Oh, kind of want to follow them. And or supporting. Look at it. Wow, they're skipping the whole line. Oh, they disappeared. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.